You did.
Yeah. Okay, nice and agree.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna
That you asked my opinion at least.
What turns out,
Can you hear us, Matt?
Yeah, I can hear you.
oh, you know,
I'm muted because
Through Sheila.
away.
Sheila,
Who doesn't know?
We haven't started.
you know,
Thanks, Tanya.
Yeah.
Do you have a job? JOB?
Yeah, I'm an attorney. I do estate planning and small business stuff.
I remember that now.
But I'm also working on starting a e-bike safety course too, so
Nice.
I'm not sure when that'll launch. I'm still looking for insurance.
I need to,
Sooner than later.
I almost got one
Kid kills
3 days ago.
Oh, you should. They're fun to get around to.
I-
Although I got hit, I'll tell you all about it, but just 2 days ago.
No, I didn't buy one.
Yeah.
I almost
That's one.
hit
Oh,
I mean,
Because we need more.
5 feet.
oh, well, there's, yeah.
I-
Bike riders and stuff.
Where were they going the wrong way? On the
Here to
right side of
stay.
the road?
They were in
Most of
a
these
class
So
2
that's great.
at flat speed on a sidewalk
Doesn't commute.
in front of
Um,
B of A Bank when I went to.
You just have an online
I have an
course.
e-bike.
Yeah, they have an online
And
e-bike.
it's that
Oh,
speed,
an
right?
online
No way
e-bike
could I
as
see
well.
coming.
Since I don't have an
Just at
e-bike.
the last minute. Let's see.
I'm out of the loop on that.
I forgot, I thought sure.
I don't know.
It would have been brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, just when you're moving so fast, the bikes are so heavy.
Yeah.
Just a little knock.
Smash.
Just have do.
Oh, it just made
Yay.
it back. You made a squeak in on the quorum. Good job.
Obviously, it's summer.
Yeah.
We should just cancel these in the summer.
I think
Everything should
should.
close in August in general. I would just like.
European of us.
You wanna be,
Yeah.
you wanna move to Paris, France, or?
Dad lives there, you know.
Your dad lives
Sure.
there, yeah.
Sounds
Let's
good.
do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks for suggesting that.
Yeah. It's in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
All right, it's 12 o'clock. Hi, Matt.
All right, so.
We can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh, now we can hear you.
okay. I'll use my outside voice, or I'll just turn myself up. Good to see you.
All right, so we have, well, we'll skip the July minutes and we will welcome Ryan first as our new member.
Now you know what you're really getting in for.
If you'd like to introduce yourself just briefly, that'd be great.
Yeah, my name is Ryan Howard. I'm a longtime cyclist and pedestrian. And spent quite a bit of time working with safe routes to school programs and city planning kind of stuff. I've probably never been on fewer committees than I am at the moment, so I'm excited to kind of be involved with something that I can give more attention to. And not feel so overwhelmed by different obligations. So this is great. I just mentioned just on Monday, I was biking home and a truck intentionally buzzed me and hit the gas, hit my arm.
What?
Fortunately, I didn't go off the bike. I fell onto my bike and was able to get back up. Filed a police report. That's ongoing, but that just happened 2 days ago.
Like a
So,
pickup truck? What kind of truck?
yeah.
Did you get a license number?
No, none of that. So who knows if they'll ever be able to find them, but I know you guys can all relate to those kind of encounters. So just kind of highlights the importance of making sure people have safe biking, walking, commute options.
Where were you?
27th Street, between Reed Market and Highway 20. They just put in that new wide multi-use, but there's really not much shoulder. There was a curb there and plenty of room. The whole road was free. So this truck obviously was trying to get as close as they could, and they got a little too close and knocked my arm and,
Jesus.
yeah. Would've got-
Glad you're okay.
Well, you didn't go down, get your
Yeah.
arm hit.
Yeah, I fell forward and then I think my feet came off. I was able to save it, but, going down at 30 miles an hour wouldn't be fun.
No.
Well, you passed your first BPAC test.
Live,
Yeah.
that's good. And maybe we should introduce ourselves to Ryan.
Yeah, we should
Yes,
go
yeah.
around the
We can
table
go
and do our
around, so-
introductions.
Go ahead, Kim.
Oh, hi, I'm Kim Curley. We've met before, a long time ago. I have a grant writing consulting business here in Bend. And
And she's awesome, Erin.
Pretty good. I'm getting better. Yeah, thank you. And my kind of reason for being here is accessibility and mobility issues for people who don't drive. So I'm still banging the commute options drum, even though I don't work there anymore.
That's right.
I'm Wendy Holzman. I was part of the interview committee
Yeah,
with
right.
you. So I'm the longest standing committee member. I've been on for quite a few years now. I started off as a sisters rep when I was on Sister City Council, transitioned into Bend. So this will be my last term, I think. I think I'm
You're
ready.
gonna
to-
retire?
I might. Well,
Hi.
by the end, you can see how much I'm forgetting and decide if you want to keep me or not. But anyway, we're welcome to have you.
I'm Tanya Saltzman. I'm the staff liaison to the BPAC committee. I'm a senior long-range planner with Deschutes County, so I do all kinds of planning stuff. And I get the honor of doing this, which is awesome. Also a bike ped advocacy world person from my past life. Happy to have you.
I'm Dave Roth, member of BPAC. I was on the committee. I'm retired. My wife keeps finding things for me to do, trying to stay retired.
I'm David Green. Good to see you.
Live in person.
Been on the committee about 6 years.
I'm Pat Adabo. I'm the executive director with Oregon Adaptive Sports, but just general member here at PPAC. Also dad of 2-year-old twins and bike everywhere. We saw David at the library, biked my whole family from the East Coast down.
Nice. You bike from the East Coast to the library?
I mean, the library's really far away.
Yeah, we're committed. Yeah. No, it's it's interesting. I just wanted to end your story, but they are not cyclists, but we did manage to get them from about Vince Jenna Stadium to the library on bikes.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Excited about it the whole way, so happy about that. So active citizen and overlaps with work stuff too. So.
I ran into Kara and we went to high school together.
Oh, no way.
Here now.
Yeah, awesome. Great, yeah.
Hi, I'm Mark Smith. I've been with BPAC for a while now. But member at large, I believe, but primarily focused more on South area. I work out in Sun River and that's what I kind of represent and excited for having new energy onto this team.
Hi, my name is. You're like the project manager at Sun River, aren't you?
The Public Works Director.
Public Works Director. So we get to get all the scoop on
Yeah,
bike
yeah,
ped
inside.
stuff and paths and everything that's going on down there. So it's very valuable.
Hi, my name is Michelle Rhodes, and I'm the active transportation coordinator with Ben Lapine Schools. I'm not actually a BPAC member. I'm here to represent Ben Lapine Schools. And I apologize, I didn't catch your name and what,
Yeah, Ryan Howard.
Brian, okay.
I'm an attorney, not related to biking and pedestrian stuff, but longtime bike advocate.
New member.
New member, that's right. New member. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
I'm Diane Flowers. I'm the BPAC chair right now. Hopefully somebody else will want this next month.
Next month.
We're voting next month.
September already?
September. It's been a year. So that's putting that out there. Anybody who's interested.
So what you're saying is show up to the meeting next month so you don't end up in it?
All in
Right.
favor.
Okay, all right.
We will elect anybody who's not here. I'm relatively new to the area, but have been an active bike advocate and pedestrian all my life. I've commuted by bike for many, many years, but now I'm retired, so, and live out in the country, so I drive more. I don't really care.
We're in the country.
I'm out on the east side of Bend.
Yeah, okay, I live on Villadue by Horse Butte.
I'm not quite that far out.
That's where I live.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we're not far from you. Oh, who we got online? Matt?
Hi, Matt Muchna, BPAC member at large. Nice to meet you, Ryan. Welcome. Short introduction. I was on the Redmond BPAC before this. Used to live in Redmond. Now I live in Bend. And I work at the High Desert Museum. And I've tried a couple creative ways to bike commute, avoiding the 97 to the High Desert Museum, but it's quite challenging. And so I'm really looking forward to that connection path. Yeah. I'll pass it. Neil.
Neil.
Hi, everybody. Neil Bonsgard. I work at the Environmental Center, and am a BPAC member based in Bend. And I'm just coming off of paternity leave. And
Where's the
I have
baby?
a-
Where's
Yeah.
the baby?
the baby's crying in the background. I'll bring him into camera view at some point.
Okay.
Congratulations.
I saw him when we were just out by Roundabout Books one day, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been great. But I'm back to full-time work as of last week.
Okay, so we can
Sorry.
count on you now. You're gonna be
Sorry.
on all the committees.
That's right. Yeah. Lots of availability.
Sure.
All right, I'll pass to Eva.
Thanks, Neil. Hi, everyone. I'm Eva Richardson. I'm the Transportation Options Coordinator with Commute Options. Not a BPAC member, just here to keep everyone in the loop about what we've been up to and yeah, hear about what BPAC's doing. So nice to see everyone. And Whitney, you can go next.
Thank you. Thanks, Eva. Hi, everybody. Whitney Bennett, City of Bend, Transportation Planner here in Transportation Mobility. Sorry I couldn't make it in person. I had back-to-back meetings, but I would like to have seen you all in person. And excited to catch up on all things BPAC and share a few things that we got going on.
I guess I'm the last one. So Sean Passage, I'm a civil engineer with Century West Engineering. Not a BPAC member, but here to observe and see what BPAC has to talk about. I've been a longtime local of Bend, Oregon. So I grew up here in Bend since the early 90s. And longtime bike commuter, bike racer as a Pro Cat 1. So I've raced all over the US and Europe, and obviously ridden plenty around Central Oregon. So I could definitely relate to the incident that was just discussed about getting struck by a vehicle. Unfortunately, had my own incident in 97 on 14th and Newport before it was a roundabout. So ever since then, it's been safety's a big thing I'm an advocate for. And now that I have two young daughters that we're getting out and about biking together, it's something that I find really important.
Thank you for joining. All right. We have July's minutes to approve. Let's go back. Oh, wait, sorry. I jumped into welcoming Ryan. I want to go back to updates. Let's do updates first. So commute options. You could be first today.
Okay, not too much from me this month. Our summer commute challenge collaboration with the Old Mill District is still going on. We just entered month 3 of that. So that's a challenge on Get There Oregon. You can log any walk, roll, carpool, or transit trips to the Old Mill District or Hayden Homes Amphitheater on Get There, and you'll be automatically entered to win prizes. So we've been picking monthly winners, and we will have a grand prize winner at the end of the summer. So would encourage everyone to take part in that and spread the word. I'll be out there on First Friday tomorrow, tabling and promoting the challenge. So that's been a fun one. It's the second year of that collaboration. And then just internally at Commute Options, we recently hired Tessa Grieger as our Oregon Friendly Driver Program Manager. So I'm sure everyone will get a chance to meet her at some point. And Indigo Larson, who's been with us for quite a while, was recently promoted to the position of Deputy Director, which we've never had before. So that's also exciting. But yeah, that's kind of it from me today. We can pass it to the next person.
Nice to see you. Thanks. Is anybody here from Bend Park? I don't think so. Whitney, you got anything for us this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is?
I think we're in, that pivotal point, afternoon. I do. We've got a lot going on. Pedestrian, I'll start pedestrian, I'll make my way around, but we're starting off a pedestrian wayfinding project where we are designating a route that goes through town from downtown, from the Centennial Parking Garage to the Old Mill District. And we're just kind of getting out some pavement markings and some minimal signage because I don't know, last time you all were downtown, there's quite a lot of signs everywhere. So we're trying to find ways to communicate a route for people to just move people through town and encourage walking from downtown versus driving, and then vice versa. So it's one of our projects that we are working out. The nice thing is that we get to kind of play with the colors and make it look a little different than a lot of the other signage, so that it stands out and it's a little bit more fun, to say, lack of a better like engineering term.
What color, Whitney?
What color? Purple and green.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Love it.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then the other thing that just happened as of, I think it was 2 days ago, we just released an RFP for our Safe Routes to School and Travel Options engagement project that's coming up. So that'll be a lot of the education work and the mapping, plus we're linking in travel options, because we really want to, from our position now in the Transportation Mobility Department, we want to start to get a transportation demand management and really starting to think about how we can kind of champion some travel options as a culture. And so this new RFP is really going to kind of start to get some collaboration with another consultant to help grow that. So just wanted to put that out there, that has been opened up. And then another fun project I'm working on is, I don't know if you all have seen during the school year, the PED crossing flags that are up in front of Amity. Amity, the elementary school that's right there near the library across from the museum. And historically, those have been kind of contentious of whether or not we can allow them to be there. But we're finding ways to develop an actual pilot program so that those, similar to what they have in Sisters, but it's the city of Bend, so it's going to be a little bit more formal. And so we're formalizing that so that it could be ideally replicated. And so other schools might be able to also adopt this kind of crossing flag program to assist in some of those kind of intersections for 2 reasons. It's tied into education. So they do like assemblies and they teach the students and the families about safe walking. And then also it pulls people so that they cross at safer intersection points. So versus mid-block, like bolting across from their car, kind of getting more of a behavior shift in how people cross. So that's a nice one that we're trying to move forward right now versus pull down. So we're getting a formalized process with an agreement. Yeah, and then I got some VEO updates. So just thought I'd throw out some numbers, because I know sometimes we see the bikes everywhere and we're like, what is the point of all this? Why are we doing this? And just to put it kind of in into perspective with our bike share or scooter share, whatever we want to, bike share is a formal name for the program. We've just in July and August, based on how the numbers really break down, we've reduced car trips but we've reduced 3,507 car trips. So they take in all the trip data, and then what they do is they have a formula that takes about 1/3 of those and can say those are probably local trips that could have been reduced. And so we've got within like just a month and a week already 3,500 car trips reduced. And so we're seeing some nice change. And over the whole time of the program, which has been about a year and a month, we've had a reduction of car trips to 23,424 car trips. And then that translates to CO2 and how much there's been a significant reduction in CO2 based on the reduction in car trips. So that's something we're trying to continue to help promote and support and fine tune with working with VEO. That's all I got.
Great.
Yeah.
How does that, how do you take that information about car trips and somehow share that with the community in less traffic? You know, there's a lot of disdain for all the bike lanes and everything that are being added, but yet at the same time, we're not advertising how much we need them, because it does take cars off the road.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Right. If the more people that are walking and biking, ideally translates to less traffic, which makes a better driving situation for those that are driving on the road. I'll just that whole phrase really came out of my experience when I worked with Organ Friendly Driver from Commute Options. But I think that's where we're going with this TO program, is we want to start messaging this, that we're doing this because we want we want it to be better for everybody. And so we don't have it yet, but over the year we're going to try to develop something that is this data-driven messaging that's saying, look at, these are the things we're doing. And it's not just one-offs, like we're not just putting some bike lanes here, some diverters over there, but it's actually a system-wide plan that's, this is the data that supports the why behind what we're doing. And this is the reduction in traffic that we're seeing. So it's part of, this is a piece that will help tell that story, but we're just starting to write it, if that does that answer?
Yeah, it makes sense. So where will that story be told?
We are gonna have a transportation options website that both Derek and I are working on. So there's gonna be one landing page that hopefully that will have all of this information, including educational resources and a more clear description of some of the different infrastructure that's going on. And then we'll be doing a campaign with the communications department that messages it out to the public in different ways. And the other thing that we're going to do, in addition to a website and in addition to the campaign, is basically showing up at in different rooms in different groups and talking about it and maybe pointing to the resources that we have.
So it's got to be a challenge when you're looking at a city that's having growth associated with it. And then you're introducing something and saying you're having less traffic because of maybe these different types of options. But it'd almost be interesting if you could tie it to more like we're being able to stem the additional growth that we're seeing by having more options within the community. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I think we're working with the different departments in the city to link up that messaging as we start to work on the new transportation system management plan and all the things that are coming up, to try to be synchronized is like, we're doing this because this is the growth that we're anticipating. And this is a big push from council, is that we are growing and we're going to get bigger, and there's no way we can do it if everybody drives. And so thinking up that, we have some, and we always also are working with the GIS department to make sure that we're showing that we're doing it intentionally as we lay down that infrastructure to align with the intended growth. And I think with the new way that the departments are synchronizing, we'll be able to hopefully tell that story accurately, as we get bigger.
Thanks, Whitney.
So Whitney, is that program that you just described, is that what you're hoping to accomplish with that RFP for the Safe Routes program?
It's going to assist it. So the idea would be, as we're doing the travel options piece of that RFP, it will be helping with the outreach, the communication, and also the input as we move forward. So we're not doing it in a silo. So working with a consultant to be able to provide kind of expertise into the process as we move it forward. So there'll be a supporter of it.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hero Award. I'm sorry. I'm not reading this very well. Sorry, put somewhere else first. All right. Nobody's here from Lapine today. Okay.
Have a little Sun River update.
You want to cover that?
Sure. We've done a few things in Sun River this year we haven't done a lot of survey data. And we were kind of going through and having somebody set at different intersections and take data on the bike paths. And the tunnel that we just put in last year, within 1 hour on a Tuesday, we had 176 bikes and like 50 pads and something like that. So we had over 250 people that went through that tunnel in 1 hour, which was kind of a surprise when you actually go to take a look at it.
What day and time was it
It's
again?
like a Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
Mark,
Yeah.
is that one of the new tunnels or old
That's
tunnels?
the latest one we did.
Okay,
Yeah, it was an old tunnel that we made into a new tunnel.
no, I know, but I was terrified if it was one of the old tunnels.
Oh, well, actually,
How many people in
we
that?
actually have data on that and it's not that far off. And so, yeah, but no, it's crazy how much usage it's getting. We also went to GIS. We got rid of all of our paper maps in Sun River and went with GIS mapping. And so far this summer, we've seen, I think, around 12,000 downloads of our map. So that's a fair amount of GIS map that we've been able to use, starting to get data of how folks are using it that way.
Bike map?
Yeah, we had a hard time with, if you look at like Apple Maps, anything like that, they really do a good job on the roadways, but especially on the pathways like in Sun River where it's not necessarily a public, that isn't categorized as well. So we did it all internally and then created it within our public works system, you might say, and it's turned out to be, seems like it's working really good.
Yeah.
But then you always have the question, now people are looking at their phone trying to figure out, but I'm like, well, if they had a paper map, they'd be looking at a paper map while they're riding their bike, so it's not that big of a difference. And so, yeah, but that's kind of interesting we've had there. And then we're going to be doing a new tunnel, got that all going for River Road. And on that one, we have an airport that's out there. So we're having to do a reroute around that. And this one has a lot of fun challenges associated with it. We're going to get that done. And I think that's the main stuff we have going on. So
You've grown to your full summer group of kind of population in Sun River, like expands crazily.
we're like the third biggest city in Oregon at certain times. You know what I mean? It's like some crazy number. I know I say we're a fake city. Because we run just like a city. We run everything just like a city. And so I'm always like, I'm the fake public works director. You
You're not
know,
government. I mean, it's almost better.
Yeah.
yeah, I won't.
I'm not. I'm not.
We're able to actually make a lot of things work and get support. But there are things that are really difficult, though. Is we have one section of roadway that's really challenging. And we've been working on trying to solve this. It's called 2 to 3. We have almost everywhere in Sun River, you could be on the pathways, but on this main section, you can't. And we worked with 2 different groups or ownership groups to get easements through. And then the resort said, no, it's going to affect the way people play golf if they can see people riding bikes behind them. And so they pulled away from the project altogether. And in a normal city, you'd be able to go, oh, that's fun, but we're going to do it anyway. On this one, we actually need their land to be able to put it on. So now we might be getting creative on, got to figure out, I want to build and not burn bridges. I'm not sure how it's going to work. But anyways, that's a project I'm working on. So, yep. But that's a fake city problem that you don't have.
I heard nothing.
Is Sun River limited by property tax, 3% property tax increase?
No, it's basically Sun River
HOA.
runs as an HOA.
Okay.
It's just a big HOA. It has like 4,200 homes. Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any other fake cities in Oregon?
There's lots of fake cities.
Are there?
There's not probably to that size. You know, we have like, if you look at the city of Bend, you have your natural resource, you have all those different community development departments. We have all that within, and Sun River, we have all those different departments with professional staff associated with it. And instead of like a city manager, we've got a general manager, but the board is completely a volunteer board that serves on it. And so, yeah, it runs well as a fake
Very
city.
unique, yes.
All right. All right. Who's
I have
up?
a couple of updates from.
We'll get there.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
sure who else here?
I've got a list.
Oh,
so-
you got a list. Okay.
Yep. All right. So Bend is, who's,
No sisters.
Been-
yeah. Oh, Whitney. Yeah. Sisters is not here. I knew she wasn't going to be nobody's here from Redmond. He's out on his cruise, I think. Yeah. And
Nice.
county.
So our senior transportation planner, Tarek, is on his second 2 months of paternity leave. So we will be, he broke it up, which was very smart. So I do
Came
not have
back and then went
updates.
back out?
He came back and then his wife is coming back next week. Yeah, they kind of tag teamed it. Thanks, paid leave Oregon. Anyway, so I don't have updates from him, but I will plug the Terrebonne community plan as I keep doing. We have an open house on Tuesday if anyone is interested in all things Terrebonne. It's on our website. There's posters. You get to put dots on posters according to things you like and dislike. There'll be sandwiches. So if you want more information, please get in touch. It's not really very transportation focused, to be honest. It's more sort of talking about growth and things like that. But so yeah, that's all I got.
So I would have a question for Tarek and the road department on, from our notes from last month. Some of these start construction through the 2027, and it's kind of like the comment was to be improved, like Buckhorn Road to Lower Bridgeway to be improved to current county road standards.
Mhm.
Are they really going to do that and make the lane if it's, so can we see that before they actually put it on the ground? Because I'm afraid we're not going to have shoulders for bikes. They're gonna be gravel and the road will still be standard, but it's not what's in the TSAP, right? They're supposed to have a 3 to 5 foot I think it's the TSAP actually, or whichever one it is, but the standard is that they're supposed to be adding shoulders when they go
When
and
they redo
the
stuff,
road.
right,
I'd just like to make sure that happens.
I'll ask
Yeah.
whoever's left. Them to- Yeah, because I can't speak to that.
Yeah, there's a couple of roads being worked on and it'd be really good to make
Yeah.
sure those things happen before the roads are released to say we're done.
I will note related to that, I rode on Tumlo Reservoir Road the other day. It's real nice.
Is it?
There's not the and there's a bike lane and it's like luxurious.
Nice.
Highly
How far does it
recommend.
go?
I only did it from Tyler to Sizemore, but I think it went the other way.
Does it go the other towards,
It goes east,
okay.
but I don't know how far, but it's great. So, FYI.
I've been working on that one for a while.
Yeah. So I will follow up with that, Diane.
Yeah. Be nice if we'd hear more about that kind of stuff and make sure we get into it before it gets on the ground. Okay, Pat, we don't have Chris here today, so.
OAS, yeah, for summer, we're canceling programs because of smoke, but we've been plenty busy and I finally have October 15th, we will be finalizing and opening our adaptive cycling center building at Pine Nursery Park. So it's gonna kind of wrap up our summer season. We got in there last month. So it took us about 2.5 months to do the work that we're doing there. But it looks great, the work that Parks has done. We're super excited for this resource. So thanks to Visit Bend for the funding to do that project.
Are we building or improving trails? Or are just the existing dirt trails, there's gonna just be,
Yeah, so the park didn't, like the trail infrastructure at the park didn't really change. We are taking over this outbuilding that exists like just east of this main parking, like kind of central parking area, like the far eastern end of that. There's an old garage where they used to keep some landscaping equipment, and we are taking possession of that. And Parks and Rec improved the exterior all around it with some pavement, a couple accessible parking spots that will have control over access to those. So we've been running a adaptive cycling program there for 10 years. Out of just 10 years ago, I would cram like 4 bikes in this little 1993 GMC Safari van, and I would putz over there. Our office was around the corner, and we would ride around the park. Now we have these 2 big trailers that live there. We have about 30 different types of bikes. So the trailers will move over next to the building, and then we'll have the building itself. So we'll have a few more bikes and then a nice space for athletes to get fit up and try out the different bikes. And we run programming there right now, Wednesday through Saturday every week. So I think next summer we'll be able to expand what we're doing as well. They're all free to the public, some are open to the public, some are with partnerships with different disability organizations and whatnot. So it gives us a permanent piece of infrastructure there to house the cycling program. The park, if you've seen, I mean, it's not really related to BPAC, but our little piece of it was part of a whole another phase of development at the park, a new basketball court, pickleball. So if you haven't been out there in a while, it's worth just go.
And now Yeoman Road is open.
I know.
Oh, great, yeah.
Except there's no bike lane on, it goes right next to the,
Whitney.
yeah, it's
Whitney.
scary, it's scary place to ride.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's open, yeah.
It's all brand shiny new.
so you can get it from the other side, the east side, is that what? it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way, you just go
Except
straight,
It goes from.
really fast.
Yeah, from Eagle all the way over to 18.
And get bikes as you're going along, because there's
Yeah.
no bike lane.
Drive as fast as you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, so I hope that's a project somewhere along the way to put a bike lane on Yeoman right in front of Pine Nursery. Cause there's not even a shoulder.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll
Look
look into that and see what the status is. I think it's noted on one of our safe routes list.
Yeah, it's not a safe route.
Right, as a need, so I can follow up with you guys next time on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Saw someone almost get hit there.
Goodness.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the theme going today, don't we?
Yeah. By a truck, actually.
Okay, update from Bentley Pine Schools. It's my first day back from summer break, so bear with me.
Sorry.
I know. Although it's like, okay, it's been a very busy summer, so I'm actually glad to be back to work. So I'm available if you need me for anything again. Let's see, I did want to, we've already got on the agenda, thank you, and Diane for talking about the BPAC confirmed rep. So I won't talk about that now. Just to update, well, one, Whitney, I would love to hear more about the crossing guard program because obviously, Bentley Pine Schools, I'm interested in that. It was something I was actually wanting to work on this school year anyway. So I'd love to connect with you on that, just so you know that.
Yep, it's on our agenda for our check-in that we're having at 7 a.m. in a couple weeks or so. So
What?
we'll be talking about it. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. And then also, we did get confirmation from ODOT that all 3 of our grants that I had applied for were successfully funded. One will be for building a traffic garden at Lapine Elementary School. And some of you may have heard about that. Basically, it's a small scale, it's like pavement markings, streets and railroad tracks and intersections and stop signs like that. Basically, you put it on a playground. So that's micro level size, so that it's a educational tool. So we can do bike and pedestrian training at the elementary school on the blacktop there year round. And also it'll be available for community use after, in non-school hours. And it'll also be a resource. I mean, Lapine Parks and Recreation District building is like a block away, right? So this will be a resource for them as well as Roslyn Elementary School can use it as well. So it's
There
going
one
to
of
be.
those in Bend?
There is not. I've been trying like crazy. I did write another grant to get one in Bend at Bear Creek, but ODOT prioritizes more rural schools, so Lapine got it. Which is, I'm not complaining because we got one, right? But yeah, I would love to see one in Bend. And I've been proposing that we have one at the, where the pedestrian overpass is going to be, over Highway 97 between Hawthorne Crossing and all that. It would be awesome to have one right there. But that hasn't happened yet. Let's see, then also awarded consultant services from Alta to do a deep dive and create a comprehensive safe routes to school plan for the entire community of Lapine. So that it'll be not only the Lapine Elementary and Roslyn Elementary, but the middle school and the high school. So it'll be a very comprehensive plan to help advocate. It's basically, it gives us a tool, right, that we can use in applying for more grants to help the city of Lapine and Deschutes County apply for grants to actually build the infrastructure that we need to help Lapine be more bike and pedestrian friendly. So it'll be another tool in the toolkit to, provide compelling evidence and information about that. And Tarek from the planning department and Blaine from the road department is already on the steering committee for that. We'll have a meeting later on this month, so I hope Tarek's coming back. Oh, good.
We're first, I think.
And then also the city of Lapine is sending a planning representative there as well. So that's going to kick off this fall, that planning effort. And then the third grant that we were successfully awarded was to continue basically the overarching institutional safe routes to school program for Bentley Pine Schools. So it actually means I have a job next year. So I had to write a grant to make sure that our funding was continued so that I could keep building this program, because I mean, it takes money and effort to build and institutionalize these programs. So that'll happen. That'll be back this coming year. And then also want to remind everybody that back to school day is actually really late this year. So you're going to start seeing school buses and kids waiting for the bus stops on September 9th. It's really late.
Labor Day's late.
Yeah, because Labor Day is late. So school starts, the elementary, younger kids are going to start on Wednesday the 9th. And the older kids the secondary is starting on the next day. And then everybody will be back on Friday. So yeah, just kind of prepare yourself as whether you're a bicyclist or walker or a car, motorist, to be prepared for that and give yourself extra time and be on the lookout for those young kids.
Thank you.
So Michelle, I get questions pretty regularly about who's in charge of safe routes to schools. It used to be commute options, and I think that it's gone to the school district itself. Is that true, or?
From an institutional level, yes. I mean, we still are partnering heavily with commute options. So commute options is continuing to do bike and pedestrian training in the schools. I've also been doing some. I mean, I did spend most of my spring was in Lapine because commute options doesn't provide that training in Lapine. So that was me last spring, working with Lapine Elementary and Roslyn Elementary for bike and pedestrian there. But no, we're still really invested in that partnership with commute options. So
But the maps and things like that have been switched to the school?
commute options is still doing the maps,
Okay.
as far as I know. I mean, they have been. And so I'm actually meeting with Brian Potlin from Commute Options later on this month. We're doing our yearly check-in. But my understanding, and we'll confirm this, is that the Bend MPO had funded Commute Options to do the maps for the schools in the city of Bend, in the Bend MPO area. They're not funded to do the maps in Lapine because it's outside the Bend MPO. But I'll do the check-in with Brian when we meet. I want to say it's the 18th of August is when we're scheduled to meet to confirm all this and make sure all the maps are updated, because there's been so many construction projects that are changing some of the paths to school. So
I was just gonna ask about that, the one where they're redoing putting in a dog bone kind of thing right there at the business park in Sun River.
Mhm.
That's really gonna have a big effect with the school, Three River School that's right there. Have they worked with you at all on that or contacted you regarding that?
yeah, and so that's another one of those situations. They're outside of the Bend MPO, the most close into Bend. So with the safe routes to school planning dollars for Lapine through Alta consultant service that ODOT will hire to do this for us on Lapine. I think we're probably going to end up with some maps for the Lapine schools out of that. But for Sun River, that's a really great question. It's
That's
kind of like,
that's the main intersection going into
Mhm.
that school right
Mhm.
there. And one of the main reasons that they are doing it is because of the safety concern
Mhm.
at that location.
Is that a
So-
public school, Mark?
yeah.
That's the Three Rivers, so kind of everybody who lives in that area.
Is it part of Ben Lapine?
It is.
Ben Lapine
It is.
School District.
So let me follow
That's
up
it's pretty good sized.
on that one, because right now I'm not clear on a direct map for it. But we should have one.
Yeah.
So I'll follow up on it, see what we can do.
Cool.
And just from the city side of things, the city of Bend funds the mapping that Commute Options does under a contract. So that comes from that contract.
Okay, from City of Bend, not Bend MPO. Okay, City of Bend. Thank you, Whitney, for that clarification.
Right. Anything else? Any other updates I missed? I'm sure there's something. All right. July minutes.
I move approval of the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hero Award. David, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, last month, we had hoped to do that in
August.
August. I did get a hold of Anthony, who is not, he's got a draft logo that is the bike wheel with feet coming off of it
Not as many.
and not as many feet. And I think they're not in shoes or something.
I don't know.
The only thing I noticed about it is that it does not have Deschutes County on the logo. It's got Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee. I suspect we need Deschutes County.
Yeah. that would probably be
I
a good
think so.
So that's all I have.
Okay, and we're on the calendar for the 12th?
Oh, for
No,
that,
I had asked and I got no response
I
from
thought I
them.
responded. I put it
No,
on my calendar for the 12th. Guess I didn't.
I've received no materials.
I don't think we're gonna be ready.
No,
We're not gonna be-
that would have been,
Okay,
like I said, there needs to be a week, I need materials a week beforehand and I didn't hear back.
sorry about that.
So,
It's my bad.
so I need stuff that 1 week prior, that's like ready to upload.
Okay.
So whether that's like just a little cover letter, I can of course reformat it to make it like countyized. But
Countywide.
so just keep me in the loop on that and I can make that happen. But yeah, just give me a sense of the timing because they were, I'd sort of reserved a slot and
Yeah, I just got the
it's easy enough.
logo from Anthony a couple days ago. So if I ask him to add the
Deschutes County.
Deschutes County, then we can put together certificates and be ready in September.
Yeah, the board is filling up. I mean, this shouldn't take that long, so it should probably be a non-issue, but there's, like weird stuff.
Is that a consent agenda item? or
No,
do
no,
we-
that's like a presentation because we want visibility,
yeah.
so someone presumably, we need to get the recipients of the award there ideally, and it's like a little, handout.
So we have to let then the people who are getting the
Right.
award
Yeah.
know about it.
Yeah, so we need to we probably should, if we can get it set for late September, we can start with that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're pretty much every Wednesday, so we'll talk.
Yeah.
So Ryan, we do this award, we renamed it the Hero Award. And so it's just to give a shout out to people who we feel are doing extra great work in the community in terms of bike ped stuff. But we do it through the county, so they actually get this little piece of paper from the Board of County Commissioners, so it's been a process to get all that kind of worked out. And-
Generally annually?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, this is sort of a
Theoretically.
revamp, so it's.
yeah, we've revamped
It's a
what we used to
new-
do, so.
This is the first time.
Yeah, we used to call it the Big Chain Ring Award, but we said that was a little bit too bicycle and didn't really involve feet.
Didn't have any feet.
Yeah, didn't have
No,
any-
it's a lot of feet.
No peds
Yeah.
there, so then we
Feet on the
decided,
pedals.
then we decided to call it a Hero Award. So anyway, it's taken us a little bit to get that
What
pulled
would be
together.
really helpful for me, both for the materials that we upload to the board and whoever's speaking to the board, and then also to put it on our website, is like a little blurb just describing what the award is, like a couple sentences, because we do have that on the website for the old awards, but just saying, the Hero Award is given to these people for this reason, and this is why it exists. Just a little kind of background, couple sentences. That would be great. And that can be kind of the focus of the memo, and I can put it on the website.
David, you and I want to meet afterwards, so just kind of. Okay, I sent out a note to Neil and Anthony. You guys are on the Ben Lapine School District for your own organizations. Would one of you be willing to also be the BPAC rep instead of sending a third person?
Sure.
I don't know if Anthony's I haven't gotten any response from anybody, so I was just, and Anthony's not here, so apparently you're it.
See, that's.
Yeah, I can-
Or you're back to be it.
You didn't show
All
up.
right, you don't show up, Anthony's it.
I'll find that email and reply to you.
Okay, thanks, I appreciate it. So there you go.
Thank you.
There,
Thank you, Neil.
now we have
And
one.
welcome back. Remy's a cutie.
All right, so what we talked about last month, charter conversation, goals conversation, I think I sent it as a attachment with the agenda this time. Just kind of some of this legwork that
The
Matt-
subcommittee did.
Matt, yeah, the subcommittee, thank you for that term. Yep, Matt and Pat and Kim and I met, seems like a long time ago, but it really was only a few weeks ago. In July. Lots happened since then. So does everybody have a copy of it available? Or can we?
I think I have that in my email.
Are we talking about this?
Yeah.
Yes. As well as the annual milestones, just try to set ourselves up. So Pat, you want to kind of help me out here?
Sure, yeah.
Do you have vacation brain?
I do. I am next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
We did our vacation, so. I can take over.
Yeah, you don't have vacation brain.
Yeah.
Anymore, the hangover's over. Yeah, we had a great meeting and just following up on the committee meeting last month. Where I think we have, our charge was to come back to the group with a list of goals that we'd like to propose to the committee, not necessarily to adopt all of them, but to adopt some number of them. I think we had a good conversation around how to structure the goals. The baseline was, if you look at our website, the BPAC page on the county, it's very outdated, or parts of it are, including the goals sheet, which is from a few years ago. And so I felt like it was time. And as a new member, I'm just now been on this for about a year. I think it's really helpful to new members that you come right in and know, yeah, this is what we're working on, our plan for the year. So we created 2 documents, a list of proposed goals, which based on our charter and how the BPAC was established, we organized into 3 categories, being that our role is to be an advisor to all these various transportation groups, to engage the community on what's going on with all these various projects and resources, and then where appropriate to actually educate the community on relevant topics. So that's why we organize the goals into 3 categories. As well, Matt brought up this great annual milestone, sort of a planning calendar for us to keep us on track throughout the year, so we know the big ticket items that we want to be looking at or working on. And I think this is a great tool. If we agree to that time frame, we should be looking at this every month and looking at the things that are at least 3 or 4 months out, so they're not catching us by surprise. But I would say we start with the goals and just talk them through, see if there's any we want to cut. I don't know if anybody sent any feedback in for any ideas or anything. So what do you all, we can go through them real quick. There's not that many. And if we think it's a sufficient amount, we can go for all of them. If we want to cut a couple, I think that would be fine too.
Before you go,
Yeah.
there were two lists of
Yes,
advise,
so
engage, and educate.
Yeah, so that's what I was just gonna say. So the second page on that document is what was out there already.
Oh,
So this,
So which is which?
the first page of the document
Oh,
is
I just
the,
printed them off. I don't know which.
Yeah, it was just first.
one was the bullet points, is the one that.
Less words, yeah.
The less words is the old
So,
one?
no, it's the new one.
New one.
It's the new one.
This is the new one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, sorry, yeah, I wasn't even looking at the second page, because that was the old,
That was the old one. So you just have some idea. I left it there
Yeah.
intentionally, just as a reminder of where we at.
great, yeah, they're more of a frame of reference, and then the first page, the first to advise, and then the first, so we're all on the same page, literally, provide annual update to Deschutes County Commissioners, county interface, those are the first 2 lines of the page we're looking at. So we have these goals under each of these categories, and yeah, well, just talk them through real quick, see what people think. So yeah, with those 2, we wanted to, with the expansion of the county commission, I don't know if or whenever BPAC has ever been in front of the
Every year.
commissioners. Okay, so we want to continue that. But we want to make it a goal, make it happen every year. And then in terms of the interface, we had, when was that? We get all these different presentations, and I have a hard time keeping track of all the acronyms and everything, but the big one, the transportation, the TSP is the
Transportation system.
system plan, not the safety action plan.
Right, that's SAP.
But if you look in the TSP, there are bike ped components throughout the whole thing. And we felt like a good goal for us was to help translate or summarize those and make them more accessible to the public. AI is a great friend in this tool. We played around with that. The sub goal there, gaining a better understanding of upcoming projects, opportunities. I think that's a little vague. I think, it's a little hard to have a goal that you can't measure against. So I don't know if that's one that we want to leave on there, but it's a good kind of general directive for us, I think.
I think that's a really important one. And the question that Mark just brought up about the dog bone at the school is a perfect example, because we had to sort of encourage the county to talk about that to us at all. So
Yeah.
I think that's a really important goal that we should be emphasizing.
Great.
I think that's also,
I mean, maybe we can change the wording slightly, but I don't think that's a big deal right now until we understand it better.
I think the same thing applies to what I was asking about those roads. Are they updating?
Yes.
Right.
What they say they're going to meet before the pavement goes down?
Yeah.
Is there anything that holds, I'm sorry, I have a couple things going on. Is there anything that holds them to a particular standard?
Well, they've written it, doesn't mean that it's happened.
I'm just curious if it's something they've adopted, saying, hey, moving forward, we're going to match this, or does it state something more like, if money and opportunity align, we'll put it in?
I have to go back and read it again. I want to say it was the first, but it could be this. I don't remember seeing anything about money. It was, these are the new standards and this is what we build to.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's usually how it's.
They do have this
A new
road
standard.
standards
Yeah, right.
document.
Yeah,
And it does talk about
the type of road.
shared
Yeah,
bike.
yeah.
It's a funny.
The county
It's
does.
not a
Yeah.
bike lane. Yeah. It's not a bike lane. It's
It's a
a shared,
bicycle facility.
it's a shared shoulder
Shared use.
bike
Oh.
way or something like that.
Wait, I think that's right.
So I agree. I think this is a charge of the committee. I guess what I just come back to is how do we measure it against this goal? And do we just keep track of which projects we are understanding, which I think is sufficient, but
Could we ask the main players, I guess that would probably be Deschutes, City of Bend, maybe Redmond, to come and give a presentation every 6 months on the projects that they currently have before it goes out to bid? That would have an effect on this?
good to me, yeah.
'Cause if
Or even just naming those entities, I think could help. But let's come back, because I want to get through the list and then
Yep.
I agree, David, that this is what we do, but we could measure against it, I think would be important. Maybe Matt or Kim, you want to touch on the summit part of it? As we talked about that,
Yes,
next set of goals.
we've had, an annual gathering where we have a focus on a community. Often it's in Bend, because many of us are in Bend, but it has been outside of the county as well. We've been talking about when to do it and why. That was kind of the kickoff to this whole thing. Like, why are we doing a summit? What do we want to get out of it? And so what we want to do is have it in Bend every other year and have it in other communities every other year, just to keep tabs on what's going on in the region. And then have it in the spring rather than in the fall as a kickoff to the sort of active season in the region. And then have that be a way to raise awareness, looking back at the other goals. Education and advising.
Yeah, I think our group felt like that was the recommendation for this group to think about. And I was just looking at that milestone document, and I think it has the summit slated for the fall, but that's easy to kind of move some of the pieces around. Because I think spring is more exciting. People are looking forward to, getting out on the trails or walking, biking more, versus kind of the retrospective, which happens in the fall. But yeah, I think the group felt like this was a super impactful part of what we do with BPAC and kind of our big engagement point to bring folks together and share updates. Remember a couple of years ago, even having the mountain bike group out of Madras share some updates. I learned a ton, and then in years past, learning about what's going on in Prineville and other areas, it's just really eye opening. So, felt like that was key to push forward, though it is a lot of work. So that's a part
Which
of
is
it.
why we're not doing it in October.
Yeah.
Because we have 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, I think we had sort of talked about it. It's a pretty heavy lift. And I thought at one point in time, we were trying to decide, do we want to do it annually or
That's
do we
what I was
want to do it like every other year? Did the committee talk about that at all?
We did not.
We talked one time even doing it every 18 months.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
we-
right.
that we
Every-
would cycle spring,
Fall.
fall, spring, fall.
Mhm. Every year it's a
I still
lot.
think summer would be or spring would be a better, everybody's getting their bikes out, everybody's starting to get out on the.
To put a summit together is, as Wendy and I can both attest, being here as long as we have been, putting a summit together is a pain in the butt. And it's very difficult to do. So to try and do it every other year, I mean, every year will be difficult.
And then we have to think
I-
about attendance also, because so many people come in now on Zoom for meetings. You're trying to get a lot of people in one place to have a half a day or 3/4 of a day event. And people work. And so there's some logistics, I thought, too, that we had debated. I personally, if it was just me, I would say, I think every single year might be too much of a expectation.
Would it be worth, if we all agree to, because we missed the whole year, it hasn't happened now in over a year.
So-
Do we make it a goal for April-ish, spring,
Yes.
and then we reassess
After
after
we
that?
do
And
it.
say, do we want to do it again next year, or do we want to skip another year and
Yes.
start going biannually?
Yeah.
A lot of the public agencies have biennial budgets too, so
Yeah,
maybe somehow sync it up in a certain pattern with that too.
so I think we could just revise the goal here, host the summit, and then we can add a bullet, assess post summit. We could do a little survey of people that are there. Would you want to come to this every year? Would you want,
Will you volunteer to run it?
Yeah. So I think we add that as a goal around the summit, is to assess after the fact if we want to hold it annually, biannually, or I don't know what you would call every 18 months. There's probably a word for that. So,
Every 18 months.
so that's like, I think these are some of the bigger goals. The rest of these, I think, are much more,
Both worked on it many times.
they're much more low hanging fruit. So what are just throw these out there? Update the BPAC website. Current relevant projects, relevant resources. What's on? There's a couple of things that are still useful on there. There's a few things that are out of date.
Okay.
Develop a clear way to subscribe, unsubscribe to the BPAC email updates. Matt, you were championing this one.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure what options we have available. I looked into like Google Groups, but Gmail is something that conflicts with some of the security or things with the county. So definitely, I feel passionate about this because I think people need an easy way to get in and out of this group. It needs to be an open door thing that shouldn't be hard to sign up or sign out of. So yeah, so I think wanting to explore that, Tanya, I guess if you can continue to help me connect with the
Yeah.
communications person at the county. And kind of did away with the newsletter idea. I think that's too big of a lift, but just a couple of ways for people to get plugged in. That goes out with our monthly agendas, kind of where we left it, as just a way, this project's going on, you can comment through the end of the month, or there's a grant, going on, those kinds of high level things.
Does the county not have like a,
We have constant
Subscribe,
contact,
yeah.
but they were just in the middle of transitioning to something else because they're basically pulling everything's amiss.
Okay.
But we
So no.
are, I would say like 90% sure that we're gonna stick with constant contact for now. So that has to be managed through staff, has to come from the county. It can't come from the chair because we can't give permission, access to those accounts. So that is something that could be done. It would be just, we'd have to coordinate with like timing with staff because we need additional lead time before. If this is intended to go like a week before the meeting, then it needs to get to me prior to that because it takes a little bit of time. but it's doable for sure. And that has an easy like unsubscribe kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
it
could,
sure
you know,
does.
put a button on our website, that type, it's very basic, but it's definitely very doable. So it would kind of shift some resources in terms of like agenda emails and stuff like that, between the chair and staff.
Nice. Yeah. Matt, I really like your idea of 3 to 5 bullets that the community might be interested in to go along with our minutes and our, maybe even if we could put that on the webpage monthly or something like that would be great. Keeping track of the relevant projects on our webpage is going to be an enormous lift. So it may be better to point to the project pages at the cities and the other.
Just link it.
other agencies.
Yeah, links. And I think that's part of it is some of these, if you go into some of the resources currently, the links are broken.
Yeah, okay.
Or the
Well, I just
resources
wanna give-
25 years old.
Right.
I think that's a good
Tanya,
reminder, though, like
a quick thanks for Tanya did an update for us
A little
couple
one.
weeks ago. So it's more condensed. There's less on there, but the goals got pulled off. That resource list with a lot of broken links is off. But we'd like to rebuild it because it's a great resource.
I think I kept the goals actually because they are still technically
Oh, okay.
the most active, but yeah, we can swap
Okay, I
those
see
up.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks Tanya for cleaning it up.
Sure.
But I think, yeah, that's kind of it's our one slice of the internet. So we got to use it well.
Do we have any idea of how many hits we get on the county website?
I can
I
find
don't
out.
think of going to the county
It's very
website
little.
as
Hard to
like my
find.
place to really get information about something.
I can ask, with all of the kind of switch of our website, they might have looked at that recently.
Yeah.
So my hunch is very little.
Yeah. So I'm kind of
Um,
like, how much energy do we want to put into it for the few people that might look there?
Well, I
Or is
mean,
there
we
a-
want
Well,
to
it's
get more
easy to
people to look
Look
at it.
there. So
Yeah.
how do we get that? Yeah.
I think the theme here is like simplify.
Right.
What's on there now is a big mix of outdated and, you know, old.
Simplify is good in today's world.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think David, your suggestion is good. Like, let's revise this goal to something, you know, update the website, relevant resources and, you know, links to key agencies or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we're still listing the big chain ring award on here and the Peter Hansen award,
Right,
so
yes.
it's not jiving with what we are doing.
So we do, speaking of awards, we want to do the Hero and the Safe Sidewalks Award again. That's a goal. And then the last piece was just a little more specific on education, because there's some, also what feels like old information on e-bikes. So we thought it'd be a good effort to connect to current resources on e-bike safety. And then commute options has, anybody else could speak to this too, but
Out there.
we get good updates. These tend to be more relevant to community-wide, although Michelle, there's a lot of stuff going on at the school district, so we might want to expand that, just like promote community initiatives.
Or partner initiative.
Yeah, I like that. And maybe that's, I don't know, maybe we incorporate that, that's part of like the 3 to 5 updates. Because I think we want to create, in my opinion, we want the website to be something we look at like once a year. We don't want somebody to have to go in there and update it every month.
I mean, it's easy for me to update it if I'm given the content, like the mechanisms of just doing it. They actually did a good job with that. Yeah, I'm happy to do it. I just can't write it all.
Yeah.
You know, so if someone is just like, put this on or zhuzh this up and put this on, like easy peasy. I like doing that stuff. But yeah, we do.
So are you implying that the agenda and all of that could go through you?
Oh, so like
So that it would go out and then they would have the option to,
this is the eternal question that we've had for years. BPAC operates differently than every other committee, and if we make too many waves, we're gonna have to do it the way every other committee is, which is to say it's the mailing list, there is no mailing list. An Outlook invite goes to the committee members, that's it. With just the agenda, which is linked in Unicode, which is our kind of official, agenda system. We could do a constant contact thing, which we could turn into like essentially the same thing that you send out, but it comes through me.
and then that they would be able to, somebody could see it and sign up or.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Take their name off. That's the
Yeah.
biggest.
Yeah,
I
totally. You
get,
shouldn't
like,
have to do
I
that.
get a lot of responses.
Yeah, no, that's definitely doable. The fact that we'd be sending stuff out, like agendas through Constant Contact is like a little not kosher, but I'm all for rolling with it. As long as we can, because I think, we are slightly different.
Members.
And we do post our things on Municode, so we do meet kind of the legal requirements of public meetings, and that's what I have to be cognizant of. It's not violating public meetings law.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is annoying, but we have to do it.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe I can work with you on how the
Yeah.
next one goes out.
yeah. Yeah, once I format, like the first time will be clunky. We just need to develop a format, and a kind of a schedule, but that's like.
Yep, okay.
And I think this is great. There's, some things we need to learn how to do, but I think it's really simple and covers the bases. So,
Okay. Well, why don't Diane, I can work with you and we can refine it just a little bit based on the conversation, and we could send it back out. Approve it in September, adopt it. I don't know how we want to handle that, but I'll agree to it being the goals.
We can update
Pending
it.
those revisions. And then do we want to look at the calendar, just real quick?
Yeah, the annual milestones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was a good working document to keep us on track. I think what Matt, we had BPAC Summit in October. I think we've kind of talked about that being in April.
Yeah, I can work to kind of reposition things.
Yeah.
I'm really curious in this group, especially on the summit, like, does the flow of, right now it says April, but select the date and then,
But that needs to be done earlier,
yeah,
right?
That-
That needs to be done in October or sooner.
needs to be done the same time we do the debrief of the previous one.
Right, yes, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Yes, a year in advance. 10
I'll make
months in advance. Yeah. So I was just gonna say.
This is a great reminder. I mean, this,
This is that we should be looking at
And it's
every.
color coded even. Thanks, Matt. I love that.
I would also like that.
Yeah.
I don't even love the colors. I would choose different colors, but at least there's colors.
There are colors is great.
Purple and green.
It's a great tool, and I think
It is.
for Diane or whoever is chair, it's a really great tool for them, because we do similar things, right, at OAS, like we're all look 3 months ahead. What are we
Yeah.
forgetting about?
Yeah. I think it's a good thing for us to look at every month and just.
Exactly.
To remind ourselves of, hey, here's where we're at in the year. So, hey, Matt, we can work together, kind of clean this up and add some dates of when we should have like the summit dates picked and subcommittees and that kind of stuff. And so it gets in the right bucket. So,
Yeah, I'll take a stab at it, Diane, and then I'll send
okay,
it your way.
okay, sounds great.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys for, yeah. All right, so I think we have some takeaways from that. Any other comments or thoughts?
When are we doing the summit?
April.
Hey, that's in 5 minutes.
I know.
Okay.
No pressure, no pressure.
That's why,
So-
Dave, that's why they have a job called an event planner and they get paid.
Yeah.
That's because it's such
We don't have one.
good,
available.
good time,
We
such
need
a
to
good,
put one
good
on-
time.
We need to find somebody who's an event planner.
Well, you know, I
wants
was
to join.
thinking that we should.
is, but.
I wanted to do that, but I'm a volunteer. I don't know.
You don't get paid.
Maybe we should get a sponsor or two.
I mean, the two biggest things in the last one, and I suspect in previous ones, was finding a venue. There are no
Yes.
places I've been to meet with that large group, especially during the school season. And
So
the other is just
COCC
having
was-
a little bit of money, like
Yeah.
$500 would be an enormous help.
The best, or I mean, not the best, the biggest room that we've had was one at the Ben Park,
Right, and they donated it.
and they
Yep.
donated.
Except we had to come up with $200 for a
For-
deposit, and
Yeah.
that was
It was such a-
enormous.
Pain.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So what if Tanya helps feel this out a little bit for us, but we are gonna have a brand new Board of County Commissioners. And if they want us to do this, we may need a little budget for it.
I talked to one recently elected county commissioner and one candidate at a YIMBY meeting a couple months ago, and they were really excited that there was a pedestrian advisory committee.
Well,
breaking
Very well.
news.
Yeah. So it might be something to think about. Maybe we make a
that we need to-
presentation to them.
Yeah.
So that, because otherwise it's just too big of a lift for us when we can't even.
When
Pay to
trying
get-
to, yeah, I was just gonna say, when trying to get a deposit is the hardest part of.
Seriously.
That we're spending more
Couldn't
time.
one of our bankrolled members just write a check for that? Come on. seriously. You guys are loaded.
I'm retired. I'm not making money anymore. Off the money I made before.
Hey, Matt, can we do it at the High Desert Museum for free? Oh.
I can always ask. It's always hard. Do events free because there's a lot of event staff that are part-time that get brought in for those kinds of things. And it's hard to do it during open hours of the museum because we don't have a dedicated
Because you have parts.
until the expansion.
Do it by the otters.
In 2028, we will. We're gonna have a 300-person meeting hall at the museum once the expansion's done. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, for now it's tough during the day. But I've got some ideas on venues, so I'm happy to chime in there.
Is there a big meeting space in the new library now?
Benny.
There
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you
That's
can.
There's like
Those two
Yeah,
rooms.
that's-
auditorium or a theater.
There's the
Yeah.
2 rooms I think you can
Yeah,
open
when you
up.
first walk in and the
That'd be
left.
plenty big enough, yeah.
Yeah,
I can tell you capacity in just a second.
There's also the Redmond.
I was gonna say,
That's free, the library's
Yeah,
free to use.
library's free.
there, we may have a.
Maybe I should look into that.
The central library is a great idea.
Yeah.
The other thing you're probably gonna have to worry about is jumping from 3 county commissioners to 5. It's gonna take them, I'm guessing, 4 months to figure out who, what, when, where, and how.
You're giving them only 4 months?
I'm being optimistic.
I mean,
Yeah, okay, so
realistically,
Optimistic here.
BPAC is gonna.
Pessimistic, I'd say.
Yeah, right.
I don't finish our report.
Yeah, but yeah, we're not number 1 on the list of.
Figuring out.
It's gonna be,
Logistics of
I think it's gonna be an
development
ugly
department,
mess.
it's like our heads are exploding, so
Oh, I
it's,
bet.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the new commission comes in January?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they have a lot to learn and that's great. And we like that they're gonna be receptive to this, but we will have to be patient, I think. That's
Yeah.
just the vibes that I'm getting. is
Yeah.
They're just figuring out how to do like.
And we still have to wait till
Services.
November to know who the
Library.
Right,
final
right, right,
ones
right.
are.
Library's a great idea.
So.
So do we have, so that being said, do we want to approach the library now?
Yes.
And yeah.
Well, all you have to do
Pick a
is,
date.
yeah,
See what-
reserve it.
see
Well,
what's
they-
available.
How long ahead? What's the deal? Oh, you can't do it more than 90 days in advance, which was the same problem we had with Park District. And
Oh,
it
geez.
seems like for an event like this, we need to talk to them and ask them for an exception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend who works there. Did I just volunteer?
You did.
Stop taking him.
Yeah, yeah.
You were thinking out loud.
Kim, a needle and thread. It's the only thing that's
All
gonna
right, I
stop
heard
that.
it. Next month, April.
Do we have a day of the week that we like? Thursday, Friday? Do we care?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Avoid Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thursday.
I think we picked Thursday before just because it was the same day that was all.
Do the meeting.
those BPAC meetings.
But it's also a good, yeah, it's a good day.
All right, I'm on it.
All right.
Oh,
Thank
Cool.
you.
Another
Make
volunteer
sure you
job.
put that in the notes.
And who am I reporting back to? You?
Sure.
Okay.
The other thing you probably ought to ask is because at any other venue that we've had these summits, we have had food of some type.
They're cool with
Yeah,
that.
but we need to find out if they're okay with that.
Mhm.
In
Isn't there
their,
a coffee shop?
There is.
there's a coffee shop, but that doesn't necessarily mean
We got the coffee.
that
Bringing.
in
food from outside.
their, us bringing food in
Right.
to their facility
Yeah,
right.
is okay.
And I know Strictly Organic in the past has been very generous about coffee, but maybe.
Some was not gonna like that.
Sandwich,
Yeah, so maybe
we've
if-
had sandwiches and chips.
Yeah,
Thump will
Get
provide
it from
some
whoever the
sponsorship.
coffee shop in the
Give
library.
us coffee.
Because we've always brought it in from an outside source.
That we can get there.
I think we can.
Okay.
Okay,
I think they'll be excited about it, honestly.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I have these capacity numbers. It looks like standing room 112. And that's one of two spaces, so maybe 224 people, 224 people.
But that's
For
standing.
standing room only.
Yeah,
We don't need.
Yes.
but we need tables, chairs.
Classroom style comfortably up to 40, and there's two of those adjacent rooms that can be connected.
That would be about
It'd be
perfect.
80.
That'd be
Yeah,
about
we need the whole thing.
It'd be if we had everybody, it'd be a little snug, but it'll work.
It'll work.
80 is about right.
Yeah, I think 80 is good.
Theater style, 98 people seated at chairs with no tables.
Yeah.
For each side, 98
Oh, okay.
chairs with
We
no
don't really
tables.
need tables, we just need
Yeah.
chairs and then some tables along the back.
Yeah, there's.
Assign them
plenty there,
sheets.
Whether it's,
Well, except to eat, we've been able to eat
people will figure that out.
at the
Yeah.
tables.
Yeah, I forget that.
We'll know maybe closer how many people.
I think we don't need so many tables. We need a few, but not.
I was mistaken, the wall is fixed. It does not allow for direct access between the rooms.
Oh,
Oh,
Really, they can't remove it.
so we can't join.
I thought you could.
What about the one in Redmond? I thought the Redmond Library had a bigger, they had separated, but you can take them all out.
I can look here.
But that one was,
I still have the page up. Redmond Library. Community room 1, total capacity 75. Wall's fixed and does not allow direct access.
if they were removable.
That's the biggest room.
I guess that's passe
You go to
now.
Sun River.
Look, they have one right here.
Well, back to CSC.
Yeah, we have-
COCC also had some
We
interest.
got a great meeting room. It's just not, we just don't get the people to show
Well,
up.
one of the two rooms at the central library is at 98 if it's theater style, no tables.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we would have set it up as theater style, right?
Yeah, keep rows of seats is what we did.
Yeah, that's what we did last time.
Yeah, we did rows, seats. and a
Yeah,
couple
so
tables.
98.
We had the summit one year down at Sun River.
Yep.
Yep.
At the Shark. And we only used one room, but isn't there two next to each other?
Yeah, we have tons of capacity, nice facility, but no one wants to go that far out, so. That's the
Okay.
problem. Yeah,
Kim
because
also.
we're willing to donate it. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Oh, wait.
Public Works Director just directed
Get
it.
100 people to come to this event at the library. That would be a great problem to talk about.
Yeah,
Debrief.
that we didn't have
It's
enough.
too small,
yeah.
That's really true.
especially if we offer some sort of virtual sign-in option.
Oh, that's true.
We probably should figure
I
out.
bet you it's set up for that too.
Yeah. I don't know, that's just.
We
my-
obviously like
All we
this
can do is
summit
ask.
idea. I mean, we all get excited about it.
Yeah.
So we have to
It is,
do it.
it is a lot of work.
I am aware.
Bingo, bingo, bongo.
We do it in the library and then if we go to a different location, then we talk about Sun River or Redmond or further out. County to, other counties, but. That's my gut is that we're not gonna sell it out at 98 people.
Yeah.
That's one of the few things that the outside folks have that keeps BPAC relative is having the summit meeting. We
Right.
send it out to everybody. So I kind of cringe on going to 18 months because we want to be as relevant as we can in the community. And I really think having a fixed bend is
Build
fine.
kind of a large meeting room.
That's the city of Bend, I don't know.
You can ask Whitney.
Oh, it's Bend.
Hey, Whitney. Over there on Talus Place at the new palace that you have, do you have any good meeting space up there?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have like a handful of our public meeting spaces, but not as large as I think you guys are looking for, unfortunately.
That's too bad.
There's really good art in there.
Move
There is. I can check the capacity on the bigger room, but I don't think it's.
move all the equipment out of the maintenance area.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Right, where they did the
No, we're gonna
cornhole
table
competition
it.
during the
Oh,
appreciation
we
day.
can't have a cornhole competition, no.
No, can't do that.
All right. So I think we have some
Things to do.
things to do and some go backs and we'll come back again next month.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Thank you. So last but not least, so in October, you had been going to Lapine. Is Sun River an option this year?
I nominate Sun River. Can we do it there?
October? Probably.
It's a little closer and we've done Lapine a couple times now and the meeting room situation is a little funky, so.
We have lots of equipment based now.
Or a tunnel. We can do it in the tunnel.
There you go.
The tunnel, be a lot of people in the tunnel, but
then you can do a walking
GIS and do a little walking tour if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, Mark will do a walking.
You can have us count people in the tunnel.
There you go.
Store.
Yeah.
So what was the date on that again?
It's the first.
It's the first.
Thursday of
First Thursday of the month. Okay.
It's October 1st.
It's my birthday.
Oh, October 3rd.
I will not be
It's my
here.
birthday.
Is that your birthday?
It is a birthday and I will not be at that
It's my
meeting.
birthday.
Sorry,
Wow.
October 1st?
Yeah.
Oh, look at
That's why we get along so well.
Guess so.
I won't be here though.
I'm
okay.
planning not
It's
to
a
be here.
birthday that ends in 0 for me.
Mine is too, but I think mine is
Fair
more than yours.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I got a
okay, I will
zero
not
too.
be here, but I'll send
At the end
someone.
of
Where will you be?
I'll be in Hawaii.
I don't want to go to Hawaii.
That's no excuse.
Need to figure out where I'm going.
Tanya,
No
we have Zoom. Take it.
No problem. I'll see you there.
So we want to hold on the first or want to move it to the 8th?
Oh, don't move it from.
Oh, no, you can do the first. I don't need to be there.
Elections next month.
And you're not shocked.
All right, anything else? I think we're at the end. Oh, any working group updates? Anything with, or
That's it.
external committee reports? Anything?
COAC doesn't meet until next month, so.
Okay, I figure the summer is probably pretty quiet.
Yeah.
The Oregon Public Transportation Conference is going to be in Seaside, November 2nd through 5th. And we do have a really great presentation about e-bike rebates that they did in Portland. So maybe an interesting time for you to come to the beach and hang out with the public transit people.
When is that?
There's going to be a magician. November 2nd through 5th.
That's what we need at the center.
Public transit needs.
It's a magician, you're
They
right.
do.
Maybe they can pull a big pile of money out. of
Money
a
out.
hat.
Yeah.
Or than buses or something.
Yeah. Anybody else have any?
Cast something out there that teaches bike riders how to ride bikes.
I'm curious if we're monitoring the governor's
Oh, yeah.
task force meeting about transportation. There's.
Yeah. I've been going to those. I think we did this last month and I was like, you guys don't want to tune in. There's another meeting tomorrow
Right.
at 9 on YouTube. It might make your blood pressure go up a little bit. It's to talk about what we can do to fund transportation in the state, not just public transportation, but the roads and, you know, because of the voter referendum that happened in May. So the governor's got all these people who are talking about what to do, and then they all say no new taxes. We've heard that one before. So tune in if you want to.
That's why you have a magician at this thing in Seaside.
We need the magician more than once, I think. But the Vision Work Group has all these subcommittees and they're meeting and coming back, and, you know, they had some politicians at the last one. Anthony Broadman was there, talking some good things about Central Oregon, but I'm not sure. What do you think, Michelle? I mean, are they getting anywhere?
I haven't been able to attend one of the meetings yet. I'm just kind of, I know there's one tomorrow, and then either the one tomorrow or the next one will have legislative guests attending. And it's not like, you know, I'm just, it's not like we get to just dial in and have a bunch of things to say right there, but
You don't get to say anything.
yeah, so it's not really a
just
direct comment during the meetings, but I think it's good to keep a pulse on what's happening with it. Because ODOT has another, 200 million budget shortfall, not to sound depressing, but this $200 million shortfall. with an interim ODOT director, it's Chris Warner, who used to be the PBOT transportation director, is running it in the interim. So it'll be interesting to see.
ODOT isn't that much of a fun place to work these days.
No.
Sorry, Chris Chang.
Yeah, Chris.
You're not
it's
here.
not
Chris
here
is the
today.
He's not here.
Oh, he has the flu?
Oh, it's not, it's worse than that.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I just saw yesterday that, you got the interstate bridge thing that went from, what, 4 billion to 17 billion. They just announced yesterday that the next part of that in the Rose Quarter district around the Moda Stadium, which needs to be, went from 1.5 billion to 5 billion. So.
Okay, there's nothing else. On that note,
Bye.
call it a day.
Yeah.
Oh, Neil, he had his hand up.
Oh, did he?
Oh, he just left.
He just left. Oh, he probably had the baby.
Bye.
Huh?
Oh, dang.
I think he was giving a send-off wave, yeah.
Oh, bye.
Okay. All right.
Oh, but you gotta get the Rose.
All right, so it's 1:30. Let's call it.
Good,
Bye.
on time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
I only signed
I'll
up.
do my best to go our way to get
Bye, y'all.
school map from Rivers. I have a couple, I have
Ryan,
choose, I'm gonna run
always
it down and see what happens.
Just more, make sure that